What is up guys, this is Yusuf here from TECHDROIDS and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And today I'm going to be taking you over the best $900 Intel Kabylake PC that you can do for the month of April 2017 and so on. So with that being said, let's get to the performance. But before that, drop a quick like, get subscribed, and all the parts mentioned in this video are linked to Amazon US in the description below. So buy from my links to give this channel a small kickback and if you want me to make more videos. And with that being said, let's get to the performance. So in terms of performance, you can expect 1440p to 4K in the modern AAA titles. 1080p is again a breeze for this thing, so any game that you throw at it will be able to play at 1080p. 1440p is also doable, and you can also push games such as GTA 5 and other games to even 4K and get up to 45 and 60 FPS, which is quite playable. But it is when you turn down anti-aliasing and textures and ambient inclusions all a little bit down. So if you can compromise on the settings, you can play at 4K and 1440p, but 1080p ultra settings gaming is a really good thing for this PC. It's possible and it's really easily doable. And in terms of the older games, you have pretty much all the freedom. You can go up to 4K and still achieve 60 above FPS, such as in games such as CSGO, World of Warcraft, Dota 2, League of Legends. All these games, 1080p, 1440p, and even 4K in some cases will get you over 100 FPS with medium to max settings. So with that being said, let's get to the parts that make it all possible. For the CPU, we have the Intel Core i5-7500. It's a quad core, so it maintains compatibility with most of the new games. Comes with Intel HD graphics 630. It's clocked at a healthy 3.8 GHz. It's not overclockable or anything, but it is in the higher end of the i5 spectrum. It's fall short of the i5-7600K, which is $229, and the i5-7600K, which is overclockable and retails for about $239. But this is not overclockable but retails for $199, but it's still a really sweet spot of a CPU for gaming. You don't have to shell out the extra money for the overclockable one, because when you get the overclockable one, you have to get a better cooler, better motherboard, and the price just goes up. For the motherboard, we have the MSI Pro Series B250M PC Mate. Comes with DDR4, HDMI, USB 3.1 Type-C, and retails for only $90 and gets you all the basic features that you want in a motherboard, and also USB 3.1 Type-C, so it's future proof as well. And $90 is not a lot of premium for this B250M motherboard, and it can sync up really well with any other MSI accessories which you have, and LED lighting is also possible on this one. And next up for RAM, we have 8GB of Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4, 2400 MHz, retails for $54 and should do the job. 8GB is plenty enough, and I've left you guys plenty of room to upgrade in the future to even 16GB and not waste any DIMMs. So this is a single DIMM of 8GB clocked at 2400 MHz, and it should be plenty enough for gaming and editing in 2017. For primary storage, we have 1TB of Western Digital Blue clocked at 7200 RPM. That's the fastest hard drives can go. Retails for $49 and should do the job for your hard drive. 1TB is plenty enough to store your Steam library, your movies, videos, music, games, anything you have to store for years to come, and you can upgrade and add more hard drives if you really want to. Hard drives are not the fastest thing in the world, and it's 2017, so you need the fastest boot times. So to accompany our 1TB hard drive, we have the Kingston SSDNow V300, 120GB SSD, which is SATA 3 and 2.5-inch form factor, and it can get you 500 plus read and write speed for only $63. It's not the biggest thing in the world, will not be able to store a lot of Steam games or something, but your operating system and your programs that you use really frequently can be loaded up and will boot really fast on this one. So SSD can always improve the performance, and you can upgrade this one as well if you want to, and spending a little bit more, you can get maybe a 256 gig variant, and that should be plenty enough for storing stuff. To power this whole PC, we have the EVGA 850 watt 80 plus bronze certified for only $80, and it can be considered overkill, 850 watts, but I'm leaving you guys like plenty of headroom to upgrade in the future or down the line. Maybe if you want to add another graphics card or maybe more RAM, more storage, upgrade the CPU, everything is possible, even without changing the power supply. For $80, 850 watts is plenty good. And for the GPU, we have the ZOTAC GeForce GTX 1070 Mini. and it comes with 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory clocked at with a boost clock of 1708 megahertz. It has one DVI, 3 DisplayPort 1.4 for 4K at 60 hertz, and one HDMI 2.0 for again 4K output. It's VR ready, and it's only $334. And don't go on its size. It's compact, but its performance is better than a 1066 gigabytes, so that's what it falls in the price range of. The 1070, the larger versions are a bit pricey, but if you have the extra money, spend on that. I'll try to link all optional graphics card below. But this 1070 mini is a really good PC graphics card. You should not underestimate this just by looking at the size. It can do a lot of stuff at the price. For the case, we have the Corsair Spec M2 with front panel IO cable management room for only $50, and this is one of the best looking case for this build. You can go for anything you want, but just to save money and get better parts, I got the Corsair Spec M2. So that's been it, guys. That wraps up our $900 Kabylake Intel PC for 2017. So if you enjoyed this video, give this video a massive thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on uploads. And I'll catch you guys in the next.